She was really inspired by Francoise Gilot, Picasso's muse, and how she had that really iconic natural beauty. So we wanted to create that for the girls. We're just evening out skin tone. We're using the Tory Burch blush placed on the apple of the cheek, blended up. And it is slightly shimmery and bronzy, so it gives that sun-kissed feel. We're filling in eyebrows, making them more accentuated but not defining them. And then we're using the Tory Burch lipstick called Rambling Rose, just to give a hint of colour on the lips. But overall, a gorgeous sun-kissed feel. Effortless beauty.
At first I started with Picasso's pottery and his ceramics, but really what I started to look at is who he was living with at the time is Francoise Gilot. She's such a beautiful artist in her own right, such an effortless elegance to her, and that's sort of what we wanted to interpret in the collection. The pottery was a big inspiration because of the graphics and the curves, so we wanted something that was not so constricted, more effortless, longer lengths, and easy to wear.
Tory Burch is always a great show to be at because she's such a powerhouse within the industry. This collection was really the perfect spring collection, and I kind of think that spring is Tory's season. Some designers kind of work better in different seasons. This one was filled with great dresses. She played a lot with raffia fabrics, which I loved, and I also loved her color combinations this time. They weren't garish or loud. Very, very subtle, strong sense of color, a real colorist mind. Mustard with brown, a very, very chic collection.
You know, I'm loving all of this nomadic, global wanderer that we're seeing throughout all of New York City, a continuation of a lot of ideas we saw from fall. And Tory really found that perfect place for that Tory girl with the interesting African inspirations. All these textural fabrics would have a very light of hand, taking a basket and a basket weave and bringing it all together in perfectly feminine and really fun clothes for a girl to wear for spring and summer. I also love how she took the idea of a basket weave, turned it into a knit, which makes perfect sense, but then also taking that basket weave knit and then photo printing it onto chiffon so it has a real fluidity to it. So you get the great look of texture, but you get the great comfort for warm weather climates.
We wanted to look at print differently, so what we did is I took a rag sweater and then we digitally printed the weave of the sweater because we wanted the dimension, or we did a lot of engineered prints and layering of combining of prints that weren't as expected.
The idea of all the textiles, it felt like could have been a wrap, a rug, something that almost had a bit of a decorative home quality to it, but a really charming, gorgeous collection for her. I loved it a lot. And the handbags were so fantastic. Again, very African inspired with the textiles.
Yeah, I mean, I love handbags, so I was trying to think of sort of our take on a bucket bag shape and a saddle bag, but we wanted it to be different, so we did a square shape that was a bit origami. We color blocked them, we hand dipped them, we layered prints and tried unusual things. We did a little face bag in homage to Picasso.
Oh, that was such a great show. And I think one of the things that Tory often does in spring and does so well is sort of those ethnic touches, but she makes it extremely wearable. And I thought the patterns were incredible. I love even the way things were put together, just that idea of a great patterned pant with a crisp white shirt. It's such a great go-to spring look. And I love the texture of the fabrics, from the sparkly embellishment to some of the pieces that had that really strong texture. It looks so rich. I think that Tory really knows who her girl is, and that idea of things that look special, but then breaking them up with a more classic piece, it's such a great style.